confirms it executed a federal search warrant at Glen Valley Foods. Now workers are wondering what's next.
America, we just witnessed the largest immigration enforcement operation in Nebraska history. ICE agents raided Glen Valley Foods meat processing plant in Omaha and arrested 97 workers who were using fraudulent green cards and stolen social security numbers from American citizens. But here's what's really shocking. The business owner thought he was following the law by using E-Verify. But ICE agents told him the system is a joke and can't catch sophisticated document fraud. We're talking about nearly half of the workforce using fake documents while the owner provided free pizza, donuts, ice cream, thinking these were legal employees. This exposes the mass failure of our immigration verification system.
Stay back for a minute. We're going to be busy here, okay? We're not going to make the delivery right now.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This story perfectly illustrates how broken our immigration system has become. Even business owners trying to follow the law can't tell the difference between real and fake documents because the fraud has become so sophisticated. Let me break down exactly what happened in Glen Valley Foods in Omaha. At 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning, 70 federal agents surrounded the meat processing plant and executed a civil search warrant targeting 107 employees suspected using fraudulent documents.
Earlier this week, federal immigration agents detained dozens of people in a worksite raid in Nebraska. The Department of Homeland Security said it was the largest such operation in the state during the Trump presidency.
We're talking about a coordinated federal operation involving ICE, HSI, and local law enforcement agencies all working together. One employee described the chaos.
Security just banging on the door, and they just came in and said that it was a raid and we had to get everybody out of production. And I just went inside production and told everybody, hey, immigration is here, start running. So they just started hiding everywhere.
News Nation was the only network on scene during the operation, providing exclusive footage of federal agents conducting what they call targeted enforcement operation against people working illegally. You know what, guys? Speaking of people using stolen identities to rip off Americans, that's exactly what's happening to seniors with Medicare identity theft and fraudulent insurance plans. While we're watching 97 workers steal social security numbers, dishonest Medicare scammers are stealing seniors' personal information to sign them up for expensive plans they never wanted. That is why I am proud to partner with Chapter. They're completely opposite of these identity thieves. Chapter's licensed advisors protect your personal information instead of exploiting it. They don't use high-pressure tactics or steal your data to make commission sales. Here's the difference. These meat plant workers stole American identities for jobs. Medicare scammers steal seniors' identities for profit, but Chapter's experts actually safeguard your information while finding you the right Medicare plan that fits your needs. If you're over 65 or approaching Medicare eligibility, don't let scammers steal your identity or trick you into bad plans. Chapter makes Medicare simple, secure, and it's completely free. No stolen information, no fraudulent sales tactics. Check them out at askchapter.org/Tyson or call 270-467-0614. Again, that number is 270-467-0614. When identity thieves are everywhere, you need people who actually protect your information instead of stealing it. Let me show you this sophisticated document fraud that fooled everyone, even E-Verify. Here's where the story gets really disturbing. HSI special agent explained that they were executing search warrants for personnel using fake IDs, fraudulent IDs, or some type of combination of IDs that weren't real. But these weren't just any fake IDs. These were sophisticated counterfeit green cards using real American citizen social security numbers. The investigating agent found that the confiscated green cards had obviously format errors, wrong fonts, improper positioning of names and dates.
So we did execute a civil search warrant here at this location for personnel from Glen Valley Foods that were using fake IDs, fraudulent IDs, or some type of combination of IDs that weren't real.
Now, were they not real, or were they potentially other individuals' identities? So they were real, but they just weren't theirs.
Correct. Right now, it seems that there was a mixture of those, but we'll know more as the investigation progresses.
According to the search warrant, many of these workers had either been deported before, were in removal proceedings, or had been turned away at the U.S.-Mexico border in the past. So we're talking about repeat immigration violators using stolen identities. The fact that 97 out of the 107 flagged employees were using fraudulent documents shows the massive scope of identity theft happening in American workplaces. These aren't victimless crimes. Real Americans are having their identities stolen. What makes this case so compelling is the genuine shock of the business owner. He thought he was running a legitimate operation and treating his employees well, only to discover that nearly his entire workforce was using stolen identities.
We're sorry too.
And did they take some? I'm understanding they're loading some in the bus.
Yes, that's correct.
How many?
I don't know yet. They're still processing the 97 that had false ID.
The owner explained that the agents had a warrant and a list of 97 employees. He was clearly caught off guard, or pretending to be caught off guard, by the scope of the operation and the fact that so many of his workers were using fraudulent documents.
They're good, hard, working, honest. They're part of our family.
The owner also described his employees as good, hardworking people who were part of the family. He provided free pop, ice cream, donuts every Friday, and pizza. He was dumbfounded. The owner also said, "I don't understand why the hell that they would use false IDs when I think that they can get a visa." Here's the most shocking revelation of this entire operation. The owner thought he was protected because he was using E-Verify to check every employee's eligibility. But ICE agents told him the system was fundamentally broken. If it's broken, then why continue to use it? Here's the kicker. The agent explained that in his experience, most employers are part of the problem. But Glen Valley was actually the only company that E-Verifies, according to his investigation. Yet even with the E-Verify, 97 employees were using fraudulent documents. This exposes a massive flaw in our immigration verification system. If a business owner can use E-Verify on every employee and still end up with 97 employees using fake documents, then the system is completely inadequate for preventing identity theft and illegal employment.
Well, as I reminded him today, when there's any doubt, reach out to your local Department of Homeland Security contacts, and that's what I promised. And this is not a one-time thing. This is an ongoing process that will continue from here on out.
But how is a business owner supposed to know when sophisticated counterfeit documents are being used? The human impact of this operation was immediate and devastating. Glen Valley Foods had to shut down completely because they lost nearly their entire workforce. About 150 employees with 97 arrested. That's almost 2/3 of their staff. But ICE agents handled the operation with remarkable professionalism and humanity. When people were found hiding in freezers, EMTs were called to treat them for potential hypothermia. When someone was injured, agents ensured that they had medical care.
So everyone here is still a human. We still have to take care of them. There were folks hiding in the freezers that could have been hurt through hypothermia or different temperature challenges. So at the end of the day, everybody has to get taken care of, whether you're criminal, victim, or a witness.
The owner now faces a challenge of rebuilding his workforce with legal employees. He learned about a DHS program that can provide legal workers, but he didn't know it existed until after the raid.
I understand there's a program. We can work with Homeland Security and we can get visas from them along with a list of employees that we can interview, and the ones that we want, we give them a visa, and it's squeaky clean. Because Homeland signs off on it, from what I understand. Yeah. And I didn't know that until now.
America, the Glen Valley food raid exposes a complete failure in our immigration verification system while showing that ICE enforcement is finally working under Trump's leadership. The owner did everything he thought was required by law. He used E-Verify on every employee, treated them well, and ran what he believed was a legitimate business. Yet 97 of his workers were using stolen American identities. This could or could not be the owner's fault, but I see that this is the fault of the broken system that allows sophisticated document fraud to flourish while giving business owners false confidence that they're following the law. The real victims here are the American citizens whose identities were stolen to create these fraudulent documents. When someone uses your social security number for employment, it can destroy your credit and create tax problems for years. ICE agents deserve credit for conducting this operation professionally while ensuring everyone's safety and dignity. They provided medical care, called EMTs when needed, and treated everyone humanely. The fact that this was the largest operation in Nebraska during Trump's presidency shows shows that real immigration enforcement is finally happening after 4 years of Biden's catch and release policies. Gary Roer's experience shows that legitimate business owners need better tools and clearer guidelines on how to hire legal workers. The DHS program that he learned about should be widely publicized. I'll keep you updated as more businesses discover the scope of document fraud in their workforces. And remember, this operation protected both American workers and immigrants who were being exploited through identity theft. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comment section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.